nourisher, the sustainer, the evolver, the molder, and the shaper of all the worlds. And may peace and blessing of Allah be upon the last and final messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household and companions, and all those who follow him until the end of time. I'm so elated, I'm so delighted to be in this community. This is not the first time I've been here. I've been here many times. And today I'm sending my greetings from Zaytun Dawa Institute, United States. Greetings to you also, and to thank you very much for the support you've been giving me for a very long time. I appreciate the support. It has gone a long way, and today Allah in His wisdom have made it such that I would be here, and I'm here today. And the topic, as the Imam just mentioned, is going to be the Quran and AI. That is artificial information. Intelligence, rather. You see, I'm speaking with something and I'm talking about information. So intelligence has to be with information. Information have to be with something that is so very, important that we can vibe with as we live on earth. What is the Quran? Really, the Quran is the last book that Allah sent for the guidance of mankind. The Quran is the book that is articulate with information technology that surpasses the mind of the most intellectual person on the
making open, we can't say making just
the Quran is the book that creates a forum which forces
anything do I know go pass your level
and rethink.
Amen. You do on the
It's a book that speaks about yesterday, today, and tomorrow. The language in the Quran, the diction that Allah has used in the Quran, and
so where are we
the
now?
verses, the
is
way
it for digital or for manual?
It is such that it defies knowledge.
The voting issue, not be the voting where they get issue.
One of the intellectuals of today lives in France by the name Maurice Bucaille. He made a statement in one of his, write-ups.
Anything where be digital saying that like
Maurice Bucaille have presented a genuine challenge to mankind, leaving only one alternative, that this Quran must be from God Almighty. Because he said the information in the Quran is nowhere to be found in the 7th century. Yet we have information that is so vibrant, that is so up to date, that is so continuity. It is something that you can, say that it came from the figment of the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's imagination. You can make such statement. Again, there is an American intellectual by the name Professor Annie Beats. She's one of the best thinkers in America, and she's very good. I listen to her a lot, and I think she's one of the best. She made a statement about the Quran, and she said, if you say that the Messenger Muhammad wrote the Quran, you have a big problem, she said. Why? She said, the information again in the Quran could not be explained by today's, mindset. And so therefore, if you are asked, are you sure that Muhammad wrote the Quran? He said, before Muhammad could write the Quran, first of all, she said, he have to write it down, hide somewhere that nobody sees him. Write the Quran somewhere without nobody seeing him. But the question is, where are the papyri? Where are the books? Where are the papers to write? And how? He says he should hide somewhere that nobody, even the closest companion, should not see him. Write it down, first of all, and then memorize it. And then come out and say, I received a revelation. And then he muted out. He said, is that possible? She said, it is absolutely untenable. It is absolutely impossible. So to say the Messenger Muhammad wrote the Quran, you have created a problem. And the problem is, you should, she said, be quiet. Don't say he wrote the Quran. Because if he said he wrote the Quran, then you have to explain so many anomalies, which you can't. And so she was asked, so where do you think the Quran came from? And she said she believed the Quran came from on high. And they asked her to explain. She said she believed that Moses, Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Jesus and Muhammad both came from the same school. We know what she means. The same school. So she believed. But what surprises me is that she's not a Muslim yet. But she go around talking about the Quran and other books. She compare them and she speak highly about the Quran. Which brings us back to our topic, Quran and, artificial intelligence. What is AI? AI is the replication of the information by a human being. That human being owns that information. He replicates it and he kind of give it to, the mechanism. It is your information that you process in a mechanism. So it becomes artificial. It is not, natural. It is something that was created. So artificial intelligence have that features. It is good to use AI. At the same time, it is dangerous. It is good because it will help. According to my basic understanding, AI will help in harnessing the Quran. Maybe it is by Allah's wisdom that AI is being developed. There are so many avenues that the Quran AI can decipher. AI is not a human being, even though it is a mindset of a human being that was inculcated, through programming in the system. Yet, it plays a pivotal role in the world that we live in today. If I ask you, if you hear about AI, the first thing that comes to mind is maybe robots. A robotic figure, the way, how they move this and that and this. So you'll be thinking like that. Or a mechanism that takes something and put it here and go back. You always think like that when we talk about AI. Or you think about Alexa. You have your what do you call it there? On your screen, Alexa. You speak to it and it tells you something. Or Siri, it tells you something. Or a driverless, car, which once I did. That was last year, and I went to California to do a program. And the lady that was supposed to pick me up at the airport, she had so much to do, but she couldn't. She said, "Sheikh, I'm going to send, Uber for you." And the Uber that came was Tesla car. And she told me it's going to be driverless. I said, driverless? Man, please, don't do that to me. I don't want to go now. I want to stay for some years to come. But she said, it's driverless. He said, it's okay, don't worry about it. So I agreed. What surprises me the most was that when it came, it asked me to identify myself. The car asked me to identify myself. I said, my name is Muhammad Awal. She said, okay, where are we going? And I said, where are we going? And she said, are you from ZDI? I said, yes. And she asked, and the mechanism asked me, what does ZDI means? And I explained. And then that means I've passed the exams. So the door just popped open. So I entered. Subhanallah. That was the first day I encountered a driverless car. It started moving. But California has too much traffic. When we get to like 4 or 5 blocks, the whatever AI said, okay, I'm going to recalculate and take another route. Because I understand you have a program on this and this and this time. If I go this way, you're going to be late 25 minutes. Would you just say yes if you agree that I should take another route by recalculating? It is so unbelievable. I say, yeah, just take the fastest route. And it took the fastest route. And we got there just like, they mentioned. When I got off, the AI or whatever the car thanked me and asked me to come again. And he said, if I should look at the back seat, there is a black button, I should press it. I press it, and then some information about the environment or the neighborhood that they left me came out. In case I don't know the neighborhood very well, a small information about the geography of that area came. And I pick it up. I said, subhanallah, this is something. This is something. Knowledge is power. That is why in the Quran, Allah started with Iqra. Read books, knowledge, crave it. It's powerhouse. It's a bulwark. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is the key that unravels the mysteries of life. You have knowledge, you go to sleep with it. You have knowledge, you go play soccer with it. You have knowledge, you go everywhere with it. Nobody's going to say, Mr. Muhammad or Mr. Ibrahim, can you bring your knowledge so we could weigh it? You're going through the airport. Let's weigh your knowledge and you pay the difference. They're not going to do that. You sleep with it. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. So the messenger said, Hayrukum man ta'allama al-Quran wa allama. The best amongst you. The best. Not Elon Musk. Not Dangote. The best. Hayrukum man ta'allama al-Quran wa allama. He who learned the Quran and he disseminated the Quran. The best in the sight of Allah. And the messenger said, knowledge is the lost property of the believer. Go look for it, even if it's with the unbeliever, because you deserve the knowledge more than the unbeliever. You know, when you lost your phone, you keep tapping yourself and you're looking. Okay, the messenger said, treat knowledge as your lost property. Go look for it, even if it is as far as anywhere. Even if it is with the unbeliever, go take it. Because you are supposed to guide mankind. Who? The Muslims. Kuntu khayra ummah ukhrijat linnas. You are the best of nation evolved to guide mankind. Ta'muruna bil ma'ruf wa tanhauna 'anil munkar. You are selected. The Jewish were given that latitude. They failed and they failed miserably. And the Christians were given that state also. They deviated entirely from the path. Instead of worshiping the one who sent the messenger, they begin to worship the one who brought the messenger. They have deviated entirely. And Allah said, now, you, me, us are the best of nation evolved to guide mankind. But how can you guide mankind if you don't have knowledge? Knowledge is power. So we need to seek knowledge. Today, we used to be the best in the world. Who? The Muslims. But why are we taking the back seat? I'm going to get there and talk more about that as I go deep into my talks. So the AI is all about learning, reading, proposition, perception. These four qualities is embedded in AI. The learning process, the reading process, the perception, and the problem solving. That these four, leverage was what AI is based upon. So AI is not just some human being, it is an ideology that was created in their system through programming. AI is taking over the world today as we live. It's taking over the world because most of the jobs that can be done in a week, now AI could do it in about 5 minutes. That is one of the problems AI is causing. Because according to the Reader's Digest of 2024, they say the more people are leaving the workforce, the more they become idle. And the idle hand is always thinking of a dangerous thing to do. If you become idle, you are thinking of something to do. People are losing their job. And by the year 2030, according to what Silicon Valley is talking about, by the year 2030, AI is going to bring in $35 quadrillion. You have million, you have billion, you have trillion, you have quintillion, you have quadrillion, you have gazillion, you have googleplexillion. All these are quantification of numbers, and they have measured it. So AI is coming to town. Whether we like it or not, it is going to be part and parcel of our life. So we have to rise up to the challenge of AI. And Islam have accepted AI. Because AI is all about knowledge. Islam is all about knowledge. But AI and the technology is based on 3 principles. We call that HOV, hypothesis, observation, and verification. Before everything or anything is put inside the AI mechanism, it has to pass through HOV. HOV is a system whereby information is gathered and deciphered, and eventually when it becomes empirical evidence, they put it inside the system for it to function. But in the case of the Quran, it is a knowledge that came from fountainhead of knowledge. The Quran doesn't need to go through hypothesis, observation, and then we verify the fact. No, it came from Lawhil Mahfuz, the preserved tablets, where knowledge is being preserved. So both these two systems, the Quran and AI, are information technology. But that of the AI is a self-repairing enterprise. Between now and then, they discard certain information and they allow new ones to come in. In the case of the Quran, there is nothing like, this ayah or this verse should be thrown out and allow the new ones to come in. It doesn't work like that. So there is disparity. That of the Quran is so superior compared to the